Hi. Oh my gosh. So Gemma lived. Kind of knew that was going to happen though. And then, but the way she lived was pretty dramatic. I mean, Zoe had to shock her, and she really didn't want to. I don't blame her because when she did it last time, she kind of hurt her brother. So she was kind of afraid, but she did the right thing. So, yeah, she's going to be okay. And the settlers have decided that they're going to declare their own independence and become their own territory and demand that they get paid like they should be. Pretty cool. So, just a couple of pages left. The epilogue. It's the after the story part. So, this is going to wrap everything up and be our nice conclusion. Here we go. In the murky water by Cold Sleep Canyon, I watched Gemma inch to the edge of the cliff. There was still no sign of the old East Coast. It was down there somewhere, deep in the darkness, and someday I would discover it, now that my parents trusted me to go where I pleased. Without warning, Gemma flung her hand toward me. As I closed my fingers around hers and stepped forward, I felt what she had felt, a geyser of frigid water surging out of the gorge. Under our feet, the ooze rippled like startled skates. We leapt back from the cliff. By the time we touched down, the sea floor was motionless again. Even so, Gemma swam frantically for the slicky. I followed, surprised by her speed. Our lessons in the moon pool were paying off. You said there was something wonderful down here, she sputtered as soon as she'd wiggled into the mini sub and caught her breath. You didn't say anything about earthquakes. That wasn't a quake. I reached past her to stow my helmet. That was a tremor. If I have a nightmare about falling tonight, she dumped her helmet into my hands. I'm putting one of Zoe's pets in your bed. Falling isn't always a bad thing. Sometimes it's fun. If you're demented, behind Hewitt's homestead, the Continental Slope isn't a slope. It's a sheer drop to the abyssal plain. It's an amazing fall. Gemma's eyes widened with horror. I'm never doing that. You said you'd never stand at the edge of the canyon, I pointed out. You conned me into, oh, Ty, she said, turning my name into a sigh that sent prickles down my spine. Her eyes were focused on the viewport behind me. No doubt some glowing creature had finally made an appearance. I didn't turn to see it. I was more interested in watching her. Her lips parted with wonder, reminding me that I hadn't kissed her in weeks, not since Benthic territory had petitioned for statehood. I hadn't even tried. It didn't feel right since she was living with us now, but that didn't mean I had stopped thinking about it. Maybe when she was more settled, she'd give me a sign that it was okay. Right now, I was just happy to share the ocean with her. Ty, turn around. I twisted on the padded bench and saw what looked like fireworks in a starry sky. Balls of red light dangled from the jaws of a viperfish. Jellyfish shimmered like pink clouds, and gulper ears with their neon spots streaked past like comets. The earthquake must have disturbed all the creatures that lived in the gorge, and now they were rising out of it, flashing and sparkling in the darkness. Each and every one of them a gem of the ocean. And that's the end of Dark Life. It's like one of my favorites. I love this book. Now, if you don't feel satisfied, if you feel like you want more from this story, you can get on one of the library sites and see if they have available um, the sequel. The sequel is called Riptide. The author's last name is Cat, or it's Cat Falls. Falls is the last name, and it is just as good, I think, as the original. I'm not going to read that one next because you know me, I never read the sequel because I would want you to go on and pick something else. So stop by next time. I'll start a new book with you guys. In the meantime, have a great day. I was glad to see you again. Stay safe and healthy. Be kind to one another. Bye, everybody.